All right, so obviously you clicked the video so you know what we're working on this afternoon. So this company reached out to me and asked me to give their battery charger a shot, basically a chance, a charge. So supposedly this thing brings batteries back to life and all that. So I said, absolutely, we'll give you a try. But we just so happen to have a battery right here that's out of our Jeep outside that was completely dead. Now I don't understand why the batteries keep going dead in the Jeep. I guess it has a voltage draw or something. But this battery is from 2023 and it shouldn't be dead. So I'm hoping that this charger can charge this battery back. So let's start out first by getting this thing out of the plastic. Now of course it comes in a box, but I went ahead and tossed the box the other day. And as you can see, I haven't even looked at this thing. I literally just tossed the box and had it sit on the ground to do this review video. So it resembles more of a welding machine. Wow. Like the case and the carrying case and everything. Now, first impression, I can go ahead and I'm just gonna say it, man. The charging cords and stuff, I feel like they could have been a little bit more. But maybe this thing packs a big punch for little cables. I imagine this thing is closer to like a trickle charger and not some high voltage monster that like, you know, will jump start your vehicle. So we'll see what it does. There's a couple things though that I do want to point out on this charger that the company actually emailed me before we even get started. And then we're gonna plug this thing in, hook it to this battery. I'm gonna let it do its thing overnight, and then we're gonna come back and do a follow-up. We're gonna see what it does, and we're gonna put it in the Jeep and see if it will crank the Jeep. So let's get going on this thing. First, let's get it plugged up. Let's go ahead and hook it to the battery, and then while we're letting it do its first charge cycle, we will go over a couple things that the company shows. I'm just analyzing all of this as I go over this with y'all, and I'm going to show you everything pretty much up close. The cables, of course, you have your negative and your positive, but I don't like the fact that this is all you have. I'm supposed to be doing an honest review video, and so I'm going to tell you right out the gate what I don't like. But this is the reason why I'm hoping to keep this thing at my house, because these cables are, I don't feel like they're long enough. This is all I got. I don't feel like this is long enough for the large commercial setting that I do at my shop. Basically, we do 100 cars a year. So I don't think this is a perfect fit for a large, like a body shop or anything like that. But for your home use, your car batteries, your lawnmower batteries, all that kind of stuff, your boat batteries, I think this might be the ticket. The cables, we're gonna go ahead and just clip them up here for safety so that they're not touching the table. We are working on a metal welding table. And then we're gonna go ahead and grab our drop cord, and we're gonna go ahead and plug this guy in and see what we got here right out the gate. Now on the back of it, there's nothing that you really need to know about on the back of it. So let's come around to the front and let's see what we got. All right, so it looks like we have fast option, slow option, repair, smart, auto off, maintain, winter, all weather. So again, lead acid, car, truck, motorcycle, boat, marine, lawnmower. So I really think that this is going to be a good pick for the house. Now this is a 12 volt, 24 volt battery charger. So let's start out with slow. Okay, so it's showing a voltage of 13.5, 0%. Let's do, I don't know if we should do smart or repair. I think this battery is not that great, so let's do repair. Auto off, maintain. So let's select maintain maybe. That way, once it does reach its full charge cycle, it will just maintain the battery until I come out here and get it. We're not in the winter, so we're just gonna go with all weather. I do like so far how this is pretty simple and straightforward. Smart or repair. It looks literally pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and hook it to this battery real fast and let's see what the screen says. Oh, wow. Okay. And this battery could be good. There could be issues with the Jeep itself, but it definitely did not come out at 100% right out the gate. So it's slowly doing the percentage. 58, 61. And this is under repair. I'm very curious of what this does too, right here with y'all live. It shows that the current, this is what current that the charger is putting out. So it actually is moving the current around, and the voltage that it's putting out shows that it's working, shows that it's repairing. I want to see what happens when this thing hits 100 basically. Okay, so as we're ending towards the end of our cycle here, you can tell we're at 95%. Now this machine, you can pick it up in the mic, but it's not very loud. I mean, you can definitely hear it working back here. I imagine the mic is picking it up a little bit over my voice, but it's pretty quiet, but you can hear it working. I do like the screen that we have on the front to tell us where we're at. There's nothing I hate more than just looking at a charger, a blinking light, you know, and basically doing a guessing game of where we're exactly at. So I do like that right out the gate, I can tell you. Another thing that I'm noticing is that our current is dropping as our voltage is rising. So it's doing its repair thing. It's 95% done with its repair. Not sure how long it's going to take to get that last 5%, but it has been interesting to watch this current go down, the amount of current that the machine is feeding the battery as the voltage goes up. I like the way it looks, and like I said, I like the screen, and I think this is going to be a good one for me to keep right here in the garage for my batteries. So I am honestly excited about that. I think it's a good looking machine, and I think it could be useful. It's not too big. It's about the size of the battery. It's compact, and you know, if you take care of it, I think that it would maybe be decent, especially if it charges up, you know, battery. I mean, it's kind of a win. It's kind of a no-brainer. So it's taken forever to get off 95%. It's not a bad thing. It might mean that the battery was about 95% or so, and that the repair process, you know, is just doing that last little 5%. I want to put it on the Smart overnight though, and I want to see what it does overnight. Let me point out some real fast while we're waiting for this to finish up its 5%. Some features that the company actually told me to make sure that I pass on to y'all. I wanted to make sure I get this right. So right off their email, some product features that we have with this machine that they want to share with you is that it's built with the copper coil and the metal cast casing. So the casing is metal, the faceplate is plastic, but it's not like the whole unit is plastic or all. So the actual case itself is metal. It's compatible with all 12 volt and 24 volt lead acid batteries, AGM and gel. So that's a positive thing for pretty much any battery you're going to run into. It's going to have. So it's smart and simple to use. It features both fast charge and trickle charge modes, which it does say right here on the front. So the top switch is fast charge, the bottom switch is slow, which is going to be trickle charge. Automatically detects battery's voltage, which we've seen that on here when we hook to it. Advanced repair function. The pulse repair mode can bring dead batteries above 3 volts back to life, helping to restore and expand the lifestyle. So that's what we're doing right now is the repair process. So I'm guessing it's pulsing the battery, which I think when you do the battery repair, that has something to do with the lead and the plates and everything on the inside of the battery. And it kind of cleans the plates off from the research that I have done on batteries in the past. Safe and efficient charging. The auto off function prevents overcharging. Maintain mode uses pulse currents to keep batteries healthy. So that's pretty cool. Winter mode for more efficient charging in cold weather. It's equipped with multiple safety precautions, reverse polarity, short circuit, and over voltage protection. And then of course it has the LCD screen. So that's a couple things that they wanted me to share with y'all. I think what we're gonna do now for the rest of this video, because I do want to let this thing run overnight, and I want to let it do its thing, and I want to you know, see what it says that this battery's at. So I think we're going to go ahead and switch this thing over to the Smart setting, and we're just going to leave it alone overnight under the Smart setting and on maintain, and see what it gives us tomorrow. So let's see here, let's just switch it to Smart, maintain. So it switched to the current of 10.4 volts and voltage of 15.7, and it maintained at 95%. So the battery must be like right at 95%. So it definitely wasn't 100%. I think that this tells me, and this is another nice thing is with having this screen, is I feel pretty confident now that this is going to tell me that we probably have a starter issue with the Jeep. It just clicks. Maybe it wasn't 100% the battery. It might be the starter. So I will try this back in the Jeep, but I got a feeling that we're going to need to do some mechanic work to our Jeep. But at least we are bringing the battery back to life, because being it won't start, it has been sitting. So let's leave this alone. Let's come back, check on this tomorrow, and we will finish out this video. All right, let's come back out here, check on this. Let's put some lights on. So I did poke my head out here earlier, and it was running, and it's still running. So I come out here maybe 5 minutes ago, and I did switch it to auto off, all right? And we haven't reached it. We were at 100%. So it was on maintain, and we were at 100%, and it was running. So I think that when you leave this on maintain, it's gonna continuously run, is gonna be my guess, and maintain the battery. Like the fan in the back is gonna stay working, and it's gonna run. That's my guess. Obviously, I can't sit out here that long. Now, I might try to test this thing out this weekend and let it run with me out here while I'm working and see what we come up with. But I changed it to auto off, and I'm pretty sure that when this thing reaches 100%, it's gonna cut off. That's what auto off means. So this battery was at 100%. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off the charger. I should have recorded when I come out here and peeked, it was at 100%. But I'm gonna pull it off the charger and see if it fixed my problem. Like I said, I don't think that, I think the battery was weak, and this thing definitely brought it back. It was definitely at 100%. But I think I have starter problems with the Jeep. All right, let's see. Nope, I definitely got starter problems. But it is running now, so all I had to do was keep turning over to Clee. It was just clicking, 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 and then all of a sudden turned over. So it's probably gonna be like a relay or something for this guy right here. But the charger did its job, and the charger charged the battery, and the vehicle is definitely running. So that's a win-win for at least having a charger. Now I just know that I've probably got to start a relay or a starter that's going out, and it's gonna be time to get on eBay and I guess order one. All right, so I'm gonna put the link, everything you need to know, in the description. You can check it out if you're interested in this unit. I don't see nothing like as far as this thing wouldn't work or anything. I think it charges batteries perfectly fine. I think it'll maintain your battery perfectly fine. And I think it'll do your job around the house. Again, the only downfall that I see straight up, these companies want to give an honest review. I'm gonna give an honest review is these cables are a little bit on the light side. However, they do exactly what they're supposed to do. So it works. And that's all I have to say about this. Check them out.